Breaking. San Diego Padres news. Benjamin from Ken Rosenthal. Are you ready for this?
That's a real person.
It's a real person. I'm double checking the account. Yes. Free agent, left-handed reliever Wandy Peralta is in agreement with the San Diego Padres on a 4-year, $16.5 million contract with 3 opt-outs. Sources tell me and Dennis Lynn, deal is pending a physical. 3 opt-outs.
In one sense, just consider it then a 1-year deal, essentially.
Correct.
I know
he's good, he's gone.
Wandy Peralta is a player that a number of teams were interested in, was one of the better relievers left on the market. In that sense, that's a good pickup for the San Diego Padres at a fairly, just my instant reaction, good pickup at a fairly affordable price.
Mets were way in on him. They wanted him badly.
Right.
But the Padres end up getting him. And another left-hander in the bullpen.
Does he play left field as
Can
well?
he play left field?
But what we're all thinking, of course, is another reliever. You've already signed 2 free agent relievers, the only free agents you've signed this offseason. And now you're adding another reliever to the mix.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good pitcher, man. Pretty good pitcher. He's 32 years old, spent the last 3 seasons with the Yankees, posted an ERA, sub-3 ERA. Over this time, his cumulative ERA sits at 2.82. Hard sinker, 95.9 miles an hour. Changeup, slider, strong whiff rates. Predominantly generates a lot of soft contact on the ground. Great. I mean, he's thrown 54 or more innings the last 2 seasons. He's got a couple of walk issues. Yeah, Ruben will get that out of him, no problem. But yeah, so good deal. Good deal. Interesting pickup and bolstering a bullpen that we kind of assumed.
Could this be a sign?
Yes. More to come.
Well,
I thought you were going to say, is the spigot open right now?
The sign that, no, I would say that maybe there's trade talks involving a younger controllable reliever, like a Steven Wilson that has value to other teams right now, because you didn't address any of your actual needs. The bullpen, we had the discussion. Like, the one thing I felt pretty comfortable about now was the bullpen going into the season. This obviously makes it even better, and you can't complain about that. But is it possible that they're going to use some of that bullpen, maybe one of the younger players, to dangle in a trade offer to address an outfield situation going forward?
Mike Petriello tweets, 4 years with 3 opt-outs is in the running for the funniest contract of all time.
You're
Welcome to the San Diego Padres.
You're not paying attention to A.J. Preller's contracts if that's funny, because they all look like that. That was essentially Nick Martinez, Michael Wacha, Seth Lugo. They all had similar type deals, and yeah, and other teams are doing that as well. By the way, AJ, you can laugh at him, but he's kind of on the cutting edge of those deals, because other teams are now copying those kind of opt-out deals.
Who's copying them?
I've seen a few of them on other teams this year.
I can't recall any that are like that.
Not necessarily every year opt-outs, but there's much more in the way of opt-outs and deals that we've seen in this last couple of off seasons.
I'm going to insist in our next contract that I have an opt-out after every single year, so that I have to negotiate a higher salary every show. I'm opting out, so sorry. Call me later if you want me here tomorrow. If you don't, then suck it. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
that is interesting. That is interesting. I was sorry to interrupt your Aztecs talk, but I wanted to get
I'm glad that you're paying attention to breaking news.
Well, somebody in the chat had clued me in. I was listening to your Aztecs campfire stories and enjoying them very much. But somebody in the chat said, "Yeah, we got Wandy Peralta." So good pickup. We'll see what happens, and hopefully, now that the hand is loose and you're signing some checks right now, you're ready to go out and get some outfielders and address some of the other needs. And it does,
Is Wandy a nickname, or is that short for something? No, Wandy Luis Peralta Dominguez, Dominican professional baseball pitcher.
Cool.
Now with the San Diego Padres, career 1918, 3.88 ERA. It's a good pickup.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good pickup. It was not someone that I was expecting the Padres to be in on.
Not on my radar.
Other teams talking about him this last week. I kept seeing the name Wandy Peralta pop up without any connection to the San Diego Padres, which is a good reminder.
It's a good sign
that where there's smoke, sometimes there's fire, but there does not have to be any smoke at all for A.J. Preller to make a move. That he makes many moves that are completely out of left field without any buildup whatsoever in terms of rumors and chat on social media and insiders going. That's almost why when the Michael Lorenzen news popped up this week, it almost made me think, well, he's not going to be a Padre.
Yeah.
Because you heard about it. And so many of AJ moves are like this Wandy Peralta move that you heard nothing about them until the second that they're essentially official, they're signed, and they're a done deal.
I mean, I guess I don't really. Does it feel right now, Ben? Does it feel like a left-handed back end guy is a superfluous signing? A little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so too. Asked and answered.
It's the kind of move you make when you feel like you've already got a World Series contender, and
you feel like the Rangers make this move, the Braves get him. You're like, okay.
Just to overwhelm the opposition. We're not taking any chances. We want to make sure we've got plenty of depth in case we have injuries in our bullpen, and now we've got Wandy Peralta too.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it, I guess, but it
doesn't answer any of the questions I've been screaming for the last 3 weeks.
Think about this though, and we can talk a little bit more about it after the break. I know we have Xavier Scruggs coming on. He probably has faced Wandy Peralta at some point. What did Josh Hader get? $95 million. So they've replaced Josh Hader kind of in a composite production for they spent some money on their Asian players, but less than half of what Josh Hader is getting.
Yeah.
And my guess is they're getting 3 solid guys who will amount to more than a Josh Hader over the course of a season.